The first point is actually all about having come from the corporate world, is reaching out to the global corporates that operate in the global economy. Some of them may be already having a slight footprint in Toronto, and some of them may just not be here. And in line with one of my other points, I'm looking at organizations like Intel, like Cisco, like Microsoft, like Tencent, like Alibaba, or even a company like Alphabet that owns Google. These are all high-tech companies. And the reason why I look at them is that the world tomorrow is moving into a technology-driven area, and Toronto should be in the forefront of that. I'll give you an example. The mayor of Markham, as well as the mayor of Vaughan, have both submitted a document to the Amazon headquarters because they're looking for a second headquarters somewhere else in the world. And we were selected as one of the 134 applicants for this. And if either Markham or Vaughan gets it, it means something like 50,000 new jobs and a $5 billion investment. Now, that is money that can make the economy boom. Okay. Now, in this particular case, Toronto could not really put their hand up because they were looking for something close to 500 acres of developable land, which both Markham and Vaughan had, and we didn't. But it just it indicates the kind of direction in which we should be looking, is look at international companies and invite them to come here. I'll give you another example under this point number 1, and which is an organization called Alphabet. And Alphabet is actually, they own Google. So you can imagine how big they are. Now, for quite a few months, in fact, perhaps over a year, they've been talking through their venture called Sidewalk Labs about setting up a technology area within the city of Toronto. And there's a certain acreage that's been identified in the East End. And this is a pilot project for Alphabet, and it's all about bringing in technology in your day-to-day running of a community. And that pilot project is on. As I understand, they've already spent over $40 million in investments there. And God knows how many more million they can spend in that. But in all this conversation about the future of Toronto, we don't hear about this. These are great progress steps that we are making, and this is what we should be talking to our citizens of Toronto as to this is your future and the future for your next generation. And we should be supporting these kind of efforts. So that's what I want to push forward in my point number 1, is bring companies like this to our city and put a footprint here.